What up, what up, what up, everybody? It's your boy D-Loops alongside Mr. Mark Maring and Mr. I don't say much, but when I do, I freaking mean it, Artificial AV, y'all. We're here right now representing the Stew, a.k.a. the Stew Beat Showcase, and we would like to present to you guys our first ever podcast called The Beat Club, y'all. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Can we get some round of applause for a second? There we go. Yeah.
We here, man.
We here on a Sunday.
We made it.
But yeah, man, we're just going to go around the table real quick. Yo, Marin, how you feeling? Let them know who you are and what you're doing, brother.
Yo, I'm feeling good, man. This is Mark Marin, representing Authentic Lifestyle and Stay True.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just happy to be here with y'all fellas, man. You know, holidays and, you know, feeling good, feeling blessed, man.
And Mr. AV over here. What's going on?
Artificial AV, man. I just got off vacation, so I'm feeling good.
Nice.
Yeah. We came from Florida, came up to this brutally cold 19-degree
Y'all
weather.
dudes, man, rubbing it in.
Yeah,
rubbing it in, dude.
Yeah, but I stepped off that airplane and got smacked. Disrespectful.
But yeah, man, so check it out, y'all. We are from the Stew, man. We've been doing our thing, our beat battle for what maybe like 3 years, 4 years almost?
Yeah, it's going on 4 years.
And it was only right that we came along and decided to smash the podcast game. We're talking about nothing but beats in your ear for all the beat lovers, beat makers, producers, people that need beats, people that make beats. We're going to have that platform for you to shine. And on top of that, we'll be interviewing some people every now and then as well, related to all types of fields of art, whether it be fashion, graphics, painters, whatever you could possibly think of. They will be here as well. So with no further ado, man, I actually just want to break down to everybody exactly what the Stew is, so you know our backgrounds and where we come from on the production tip. So we're just going to start with the mayor, Mark Marin, because if you don't know him, you need to know him now. His brother has his hands in everything. He is that guy. Marin, let them know about you on the production, just in case they don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, it all starts with the passion for music. You know, like I've been making beats, you know, since I was about 15, 16 years old. You know what I'm saying? Is when I got my first piece of equipment to really start cooking up. I started messing with the Ensoniq EPS 16 Plus was my first piece of real equipment. And
that sounds crazy. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah. I mean, most people know the Ensoniq ASR 10. Everybody's used it, you know, from Timbaland to Kanye to, you know, No ID. Everybody used that. Was the keyboard sampler. You know what I mean? Like, that was what it was. So I didn't have enough money for an ASR 10. But I had enough for the EPS 16 Plus.
Make that shit work.
Yeah, and made it work, man. Yeah, that's it. So, so it started back then, and, you know, and of course, you know, being an MC, so, you know, I was trying to make beats for myself, you know what I mean? That's where it started. And, you know, throughout the years, you know, on the music scene, I've worked with, you know, just plenty of artists from the Boston area, New England area, you know, such as Real P, Natural, Mecca Cashier, Ace the Truth, you know, bunch of cats, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it's about, you know, just the passion for music.
What you rocking with right now on the production tip? Like what program?
I'm rocking with Machine right now.
You're fully crossed over to Machine?
Yeah, I'm crossed over to Machine, man. Native Instruments, man. Salute.
I have not tried that yet. Shoot. Yo. So, dang, Avi, what about you? I mean, when did you first start, man? What's going on? Give me a background.
I think I started when I was like 15 too.
That was the age, huh?
Yeah.
That was the age.
That was like the getaway age when you didn't know if you wanted to go outside or stay inside and make beats. But I started with the DAWs. I was a digital producer. I think I had Fruity Loops. Yeah, it was Fruity Loops back then. Fruity Loops. What was it, like 3 or 4? I had no idea what I was doing. Went from there. I kind of skipped a couple years, and I joined this program in Dorchester called it was at Studio 450 on Washington. And
I remember that.
yeah. I was in there with my boy Ted. Ted taught me everything on Reason. That's where I met my beat partner Reese, and we went from there. It's been a long journey, but and a lot of shit changed over the time, so I kind of fell off, but I'm getting back to it now, especially since we've been doing the Stew. So we're going to have a battle pretty soon between us 3.
Yeah.
I'm slaughtering you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right
Same challenges
it's
as
cool.
a Stew.
Yeah.
I'm definitely murdering you. You know I can make beats quick in 15 seconds.
Yeah. It's cool.
15 minutes, I mean.
It's cool. I'm mad he just came at my neck.
Yeah,
it's
he
cool.
did. He
It's
did.
cool.
Yeah. You know how it goes, man. You just mess around with different programs, and I came in the game late, so I didn't really get into the whole beat machine thing. I was all digital.
Yeah. Same here. I think I started with the same thing. I think it was Fruity Loops. It wasn't FL Studio.
Yeah.
People used to crack me like, oh, what is Fruity Loops? You know what I mean? But I messed with the demo. I couldn't afford the actual program.
Yep.
So I was not able to save any of my beats or do any revisions whatsoever. So once it was done, it was done.
Yeah, that shit sucked.
Yeah, it did. I worked over at Mattapan Music up in the square, and what happened, that was kind of my plug where artists would come in, whether it be like D Block or Joe Budden before he was popping, or Fantasia or whoever that came through, and I would try to play my beats, like take acapellas and put my beats behind them in the background and see if I can grab some of their attention. I caught some people's attention, but not enough to get like a major placement, but it kept me going with the beats. Ended up graduating or whatever and going into the whole Logic world, but still on the DAWs. I ain't mess with no like analog equipment or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I really don't know what that feels like just yet. You know, I graduated over to the Akai beat machine as well, the drum machine that I have, but I think my love is always on the DAW systems. But been making some crack here and there, different little spin on things. Got some placements, slightly, a little bit, if you want to call it that. You know what I mean? Shout out to Violet Music out there.
Nah, you gotta,
Ray Royale out
call it
there.
that.
Yeah, I got a couple out there, man. But it's all love, and I always love making beats. I wish I had more time to make beats. So seeing that these brothers trying to come up my neck, I guess I gotta go back home and make some stupid, dope, sick, delicious production and just smack them in the head with it come next week or something like that.
You gotta give yourself more credit though, because the work you did on Violet's joint was dope.
Yeah. Shout out to Violet, dope project.
Yeah, we gonna keep it humble, man. I ain't never gonna be satisfied, man, until I just take over the world. But we're gonna start right now with this podcast that we got right now, the Beat. One more time, round of applause for the Beat Club, just because we made it, dog.
We here.
So wait, I just want to make sure we gotta make sure. Look, can we see Dimitri over there? Dimitri, give me a thumbs up if we're okay to swear on this channel. Are we okay right now?
Depends on the word.
All right, no N-bombs.
No F-bombs.
No F-bombs.
Shit.
Can I say shit? I mean, I say
Everything
shit.
else should be all right.
Shit.
Yeah. All right, get it out the systems now.
You know?
Yeah, get out the systems now. Here we go.
know what I mean?
We're going to try to keep it as real and raw as possible, man, on this show and just keep it cracking, man. But I guess since we're talking right now, for all those that don't know, we just had our grand finale, SGFS3 grand finale for the Stew. 6 episodes deep. Crowned a winner.
Talk about the stew, man.
Yeah, that's what we're about to talk about right now.
You know, but I'm saying, you know,
everything.
Talk, get the background,
Everything.
background.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna let the mayor, Mark Maron, tell you a little bit about the background of the Stew, man, and how this whole thing just got it popping. Go ahead.
Well, I met these guys called Stay True.
That's us.
You know, like, you know, our company's, you know, my company's Authentic Lifestyle. Stay True is AV and Loops, and of course they got a few, you know, others. But you know, both of our companies been putting on events in the city of Boston and New England area, you know, since when did you guys start?
Yo, we started way back 2009, 2010.
Yeah.
Like
So-
it was a while ago.
Yeah, so you know, it's around the same time. We both
I
started.
had braids.
Yeah, long braids.
Big ass head.
I had long locks.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, we started around that time, like 2009, 2010, doing events, doing different live music events throughout the city. And, you know, we definitely first connected basically from one of my showcases, branded Authentic. I actually booked Loops to perform. He was spitting.
Yeah, back in the day.
Yes,
back
he was
in the day, we
spitting.
had bars.
You know, doing poetry and spitting.
Bars.
It was like
Poetry don't mean you soft. Just letting everybody know. Poetry don't mean you
Of
soft.
course not. Of
Just
course
know what I'm
not.
saying. You could be hard and spit poetry too.
Of course not.
Facts.
But yeah, so you know, that's how we connected, just connecting in the city. AV was definitely on his photo game, taking photos back then.
still on it.
Yeah, still on it. But, when I started doing events, he was one of the first photographers that I connected with, and it just all came together, you know what I'm saying? Just, doing events and being on the scene, performing. And, I just knew that we had to connect, you know what I mean? I knew that, the energy that I was putting into the live hip hop shows, the energy you guys were putting into Boston Talent Showcase at the time, and at the same time, you guys, being into media and the visual aspect of things, I knew we could put together something unique, and I just didn't know what it was at first.
Yep.
I was just like, yo, we just have to do something, and then I just came up with the idea of doing something for the beat culture, you know what I'm saying, for producers. And once that idea got thrown in the air, it was just like a storm of ideas from all three of us, where it was like, yo, yeah, this is going to be crazy. And, we just started testing it out, sort of like what we're doing right now with the podcast, with the Beat Club. We just, jumped in and started testing it out and inviting our friends. It started out with just our friends, our producer friends on the scene, and, testing it out, we realized that it's competitive. You know what I'm saying? The nature of this is competitive. So that's when we kind of turned this into a battle league, per se. And, we just took it from there. But, yeah, that's the basic background of how we did it, to sum it up.
Yeah. And it was a rather smooth transition. It was kind of like, to go from just like the friendly, casual, cordial battle to go into an all-out, like, I'm coming for your neck, I want the cash type battle. It was kind of seamless because I felt like people needed it. People wanted it. People needed some type of incentive and everything. We provided that platform out here in Boston. We hope to keep it growing, keep it moving, actually, because there's way more producers out there that people just don't know about right now, man.
Yeah, it definitely brings all these hermits from out of their turtle shell.
You call them hermits, though?
Hermits.
That's what it is, real talk.
Yeah. So what we ended up doing, we're about like what? We just finished our third season, so we're going into our fourth season.
Yeah,
so
going into the fourth season, man. So
basically, we had every episode we ended up doing something where we had a bunch of producers that came on deck. They all tried out, and based on their scores at the end of 3 creative rounds at that, we ended up choosing 2 people to proceed to our grand finale. And then this grand finale, we went really, really high, set the bar really, really high with 12 producers when we usually do 10 producers for the finale. Now that finale ran a little late, but it was definitely a good time, man. And I guess since we've actually started the actual beat battle, we've come across a lot of dope talent.
Yeah,
not so dope. You know what I mean?
It happens. I mean, not everybody's gonna be Dr. Dre or
Yeah, I mean, but I mean, ultimately, what I can say is that most times when folks, when it's not that good. Yeah. It's usually people that are just starting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they definitely, you got to commend those people because they, they put it on the line and test it out in front of a crowd of people, and we've watched producers develop like in front of our eyes. You know what I mean? Like where this was literally the first time they ever played someone a beat, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so that's, to their defense, most of the time when it's whack people, it's, the beginners.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people have grown since competing at the studio.
I mean, all of our beats are probably boo-boo from when we first started at 15 and 16.
Yeah.
They're probably all boo. We might have one classic.
I got beats that I made a couple months ago that I thought was dope at the time. And then I listened again and I'd be like, that was all right.
It's like when you get nice and you make a beat while you're nice that night and you wake up the next morning and you try to play it back. You're like, trash, dude. Super trash, man.
Nah, I ain't got no classics from when I was 15.
Yeah. We just
boo-boo.
Yep, we just pass those.
Nah, I do.
I don't.
Oh, you do?
Nah, I think I do.
Bring those to the
if I can find some, man, because there's some, and I lost a lot of stuff too. See, that's the thing with with the old analog equipment hardware. You had floppy disks. But I still have some from back then, from my high school days. I still have some. Yeah,
you should battle with those, yo. Bring those.
Yeah,
bring those.
I need an EPS. If I could come across, I don't have an EPS. If I could come across an old Sonic EPS or ASR.
Yeah, you good?
Yeah, I might be able to do that.
All right, cool, man. Cool. We're gonna wait for Marin to find one of those so we can hear some of his beats that he thinks is still a classic from way back in the day.
Yeah, we have to put a post out on the Facebook or something, or on our Twitter or something, to try to see if somebody has one that I could use. That's what we. Yeah, that's
yo,
what
you know what? Do. That's actually really smart.
Yeah, let's do that, man.
We need to do that so Marin can play his beats. Yeah. Man. And for all yo guys that don't know, follow us on Facebook, man. We have something called The Stew Beat Club. So it's the Beat Club. It's a private group that we have right now where you guys can actually submit beats and production so we can play on the radio. We are your voice, and we are going to try to put you guys on a bigger platform to be heard by people all over. So feel free to log in. You got to get approved by my man Avi right here. So please, if you're trash, you just, come in, set it out, see how it's done, and then submit your beats accordingly, and we'll make it all work from there, man. But the Beat Club is where it's at. Currently, we're at 355 members, and we're just trying to grow. All producers, all hungry, and all talented. So just keep it moving with that. But just to kind of focus back on the Stew, based out of all of our past seasons of the Stew, including this one right here that we just got through wrapping up, please give me your top 3 producers you came across out of the stew? Because there's been some people that have just surprised us.
Wow.
Like your top 3.
That's a tough
It's
question.
really a top 3 scenario, and you can pick one from every season if you want, or whatever. it is.
Okay, so since the competitive seasons, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
since the competitive seasons,
Yeah.
what has been like your top 3 producers? And I'm actually gonna start with Avi on this one because he talks to more of them than we do.
Yeah. I don't know number 2 and 3 yet, but from SGFS 2, my favorite was Self Serve. I actually thought he was gonna win.
Shout out to Self Serve, man.
The joints he was banging out for the second and third round were crazy, and I don't know what happened. I told him after, I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
I thought you had it in the bag, but Chronic Tone did his thing though. Chronic Tone did his thing.
Yeah, they actually teamed up for one thing.
Yeah.
That particular round, they teamed up and made
that's
that
what-
happen.
That's
what
probably what
That's
elevated-
That's what helped.
That's
That's what helped.
You know what I mean? But you don't got a 2 or 3. You got it.
Not yet. I'm still.
Nah, you got just blurt it out. Just go for it. Just who you feeling.
I would have to put Melks in that category as well.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to Suicide Squad.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Suicide Squad.
Number 3. Nah, you might have to come back to me. I don't know.
You got top 2. Marin, you got anybody right now?
Yeah, I think I could say 3. I think I could say 3. So I definitely would put our current champion. I'll mention him first. Elio was very impressive because he came through on season 2 and killed it, and really made a name for himself. But it was super close. Yeah. And this year he came to the finale and smashed every single round. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was like it was standout. Like it was like every time it was like hard. Definitely the first champion international show.
Mm-hmm.
He was very impressive that particular season too. Like that season, like he was just smashing it. It was like just a clear advantage because what separates him most times is just sonically, like
and sound quality.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Sonically, it's like, you know what I mean? It's just, it sounds big, you know? So it just smashes. Like if you, especially on a tune for tune, it's like you hear something and it's all, low, nasally sounding, and then he comes back with something that just smashes,
Yeah, you got to give him credit for that. He's been working on that for years.
Yeah, man. It's the sound quality. And then third, G Wiz, man. I'm gonna throw G Wiz in the equation because he brought something just like different that we weren't getting, and like, that raw hip hop sound, that I love. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just like my preference. Him and Self Serve are like kind of like neck and neck because they both kind of do that type of sound, that raw drums, offset, but yeah, I think just G Wiz brought like a certain energy like that the stew needed at that particular time. He was standout. Like he was just super live and just, like getting the crowd into it.
Yeah, he's mad.
Yeah, mad amp. And then, but the beats matched though.
Yeah.
The beats were hard. It wasn't like he was selling a hype. It was like, no, the beats are just as hard.
Nah,
and he
like
was
he be in his little radio room or his actual beat room,
man.
like just like that.
He was
Yeah.
in there conducting the orchestra.
Yeah, man. So
That's it.
those were my 3. I mean, and then definitely Self Serve is a notable mention. Like he's just one of my favorite guys. Like period, just energy wise and beat wise. Like definitely Dilla-esque.
Yeah.
Definitely
Sure.
from the Dilla tree. Super dope, man. Just a super dope dude.
Yeah, this is just favorites though, right?
What
That's
happened?
what you said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
These
favorites.
are our
Yeah, yeah.
personal. These are our personal
Yeah.
favorites.
Well, you got your third one now.
Yeah. My third definitely got to be Flip Jackson. I love his sound overall,
Flip,
man.
Yeah, shout out to Flip
He
Jackson,
does
man.
his thing on the drums, and that knock he be having in his beats is crazy. So
He's very
that's
animated,
definitely
too.
my third.
He's very animated. I would have to say, you guys kind of picked the majority of my picks, but I would definitely have to say, not even in favor that he is the current champ, but Elio. I didn't even realize it. You are right. He smashed every single round.
You on the site right now?
Yeah, man, I got the internet now, brother. Every single round, he smashed it.
Yeah.
He super smashed it. Like I honestly, I'm excited when I see him on the panel because I feel like I don't know what he's gonna hit us with.
Yeah.
And I think for that reason, he's definitely been one of my faves. I would also say just because of it's a different sound, I would have to give it up to Rain from season 1. Rain, to me, he's very cinematic. Yeah. He's very much like he can put me at that mood of whatever it is. Like if we had settled the score back then, I think that Rain would have killed it every single time. Mm-hmm. And then dang, my third though, it would probably I probably have to go between Melks and Self Serve. Mm-hmm. I'd have to go between Melks and Self Serve because I just like the idea of guys that don't necessarily follow the industry standard. Yeah. And they kind of just bring like their own little stank to it just a little bit.
That's it.
But yeah. AV, why you laughing?
Nah, because when you said Rain, like I was trying to remember all the people from like
there's a lot of people.
And that's the problem.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
I definitely would have put Rain on there.
Yeah, Rain.
But that's what I'm saying. Like even think about before we got super competitive, and it was come on. We had Archetype, we had Latrell James.
Yeah,
like we had some crazy stews like that.
I forgot about these.
I forgot those.
Nelly Pro Tools smashed it one time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like we've had a lot of dope producers, but I'm just thinking from the standpoint of the competitive ones, where we got new submissions and people that we didn't really know, some that we knew, but and there's a lot of notable mentions, like John Glass, is incredible.
Shout out to Glass House.
You know what I'm saying? So many, man. There's so many good guys. You know what I'm saying? Even in recent times, the cats from the industry, Chop, killing it. I Know Shells comes through to every stew and hops on the open kitchen.
He always gets better.
Yeah.
He always gets better.
Yeah.
That's always good to see. And I'm just glad that we provide a developmental platform for producers out there.
Yeah.
And not only just for producers, but we also do something else out there for MCs as well, a developmental platform called Versus. And so we're just constantly growing, man. And now, like I said, is Beat Club, man. The Beat Club.
Yeah,
it's a place for the producers to be heard.
Yeah,
and just to get that sound out there a little bit further than SoundCloud or your social network. We're gonna do that work for you as long as you work with us.
And not only that, for artists to find producers too.
Yes,
I'm stealing beats off YouTube.
Yep,
we got producers for you.
Yep. What is the main source of how do artists eat right now? They go on SoundClick or they doing SoundCloud right now?
A lot of times, a lot of people are YouTubing, man. Like YouTube is the thing now. Like and you YouTube to MP3. You know what I'm saying? Like it's simple. Like most people, man. That's what I see nowadays, man. They get on YouTube and type in Drake type beat or whoever's popping Meek Mill type beat, and then you know what I'm saying, and you get a bunch of joints that just pop up.
They out here stealing beats, giving no credit.
Yeah,
we gotta put a stop to that.
It's real savage out here, but we're gonna make sure that we give all the credit to all the proper producers as long as they follow the proper protocol to make this happen. We're gonna provide all the outlets in which you can reach us, so you can always submit content to us so we can review it and play it right here on Beat Club, man. You can also follow us on Instagram. Avi, you have the Instagram link at the moment that you share with the folks?
Everything. Actually, no. Hold up.
He's about to say everything.
But I was actually about to say the stew joint.
But yeah, we could talk about the stew. I mean, in regards to the stew, you know what I'm saying, to all the producers out there that ever want to participate in any upcoming events or, just want to get an idea of, what that is about, you can go to thestewshowcase.com. The Stew, THESTEW showcase.com, and that's also our Instagram, and that's also our Facebook, that's also our Twitter, the Stew Showcase. You know what I'm saying? So all the producers out there, will definitely be coming to a city near you soon.
Yeah.
But you can make your way up to Boston, man, and people that can't make it up, you can also check us out. We also live stream, portions of the show, so you can get a feel and taste of what we're bringing to the table. But you got to make it to an actual event, man. Get that plane ticket, man.
And I heard it from multiple people that showed up during the finale.
Yeah,
it's like I've always heard about it. I've always seen clips here and there, but it means so much more to actually be there in the environment.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, y'all been missing out.
Yeah, because you don't get to feel the bass and nothing like that. Like, we don't send the bass through the Wi-Fi signal to your computer. Like, you got to feel that in your chest, man.
Yeah, and producers out there that, have been in beat battle events, we are not your average beat battle. You're not coming to stand in front of people while somebody else plays your beats. You know what I mean? You're going to be challenged with, interactive rounds each and every time. So you got to bring your A game. You got to have your equipment, everything you need ready to go to be able to make beats on the spot. Nothing is premeditated, man. You got to come ready.
Yeah, no canned goods, all fresh ingredients. That's how we do it, man. And if
For
you're
real.
dope enough, we'll actually bring you up to Beat Club, man. We might be able to interview you and maybe have you make some stuff on the spot, man. We're really looking to really grow this whole platform for producers, man. Very, very excited. And actually, I just want to give a shout out to Gag Order Network, man.
Yes.
For just putting us on right now. We're going to round of applause for them as well.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, the good folks at Gag Order Network, man. So make sure you
messed
go.
around and gave us this little platform, dude. They don't
Serious?
Even
They don't
not
even
yet.
know what
Yeah,
they
y'all
do.
messed up.
No, they don't. It's okay. Dimitri, you're going to have fun, though. I'm just letting you know right now.
Should I kick you out right now?
Nah, not yet.
Nah, man.
I'm looking at the clock. We still got like 16 minutes or so we're gonna make this work.
Nah, we good,
and then and if you're ever interested in actually listening to our podcast, you can go on to gagordernetwork.com, or you can also download the app TuneIn and just search for Gag Order Network, and that way you'll be able to find us, the Beat Club, every Sunday from 1 till 3 p.m. That is that Eastern Standard Time? I forgot.
That's Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time. And if you can't find us then, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to find us online, man, because we've been promoting the crap out of this, dude.
For sure, man.
It's a beautiful, beautiful avenue for us to have, and we will be taking advantage of it. Shoot, anything else that you guys actually want to say about the stew or verses or anything like that, just to kind of put it out there? I mean, I know we really haven't touched on verses just yet, but I know we have our hands in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of things coming in 2017, man.
Yes, sir.
A lot of things to to prepare for. So not too much talking, man. It's about execution and delivering. You know what I mean? But for right now, it's all about Beat Club, man. So it's just
all about the Beat Club.
Yeah, man. We just want people to get acclimated with what we're doing with this podcast, and we want everyone involved. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take people tuning in and getting involved to make this thing move, man, to make this shit move. So
Absolutely.
Producers out there, spread the word. This platform is for y'all. And yeah, man, just rock with us, man. And what we got to set up an email and everything too, man. So for the submissions, or we want to use the stew joint.
No, I think we'll set up something.
All right, cool.
Keep everything separate, clean.
Yeah.
Keep it separate, cohesive, clean. You know how AV gets down. AV super behind the scenes, make sure everything is like super copacetic and clean and everything.
Yeah.
No headaches.
I ain't trying to talk too much.
Yeah, he
I'm
don't say
joking,
much.
I'm
He's
joking.
like, what's that dude off of How High?
I get money.
I get money. Usually be the quietest when they get the money too. So I'm all for it, man. But yeah, for everybody that's actually in the Beat Club currently on Facebook, please stay tuned, because we will definitely be reaching out to you guys. You guys will be the first to actually be able to submit to actually be on the radio with us. So please pay attention to posts when we post up out there, because we would love to hear what you guys have. I've heard a lot, I've seen a lot, and I want to share it with the world. So please pay attention. The Beat Club on Facebook. If you haven't subscribed yet, find us on Facebook. You can find us, the Beat Club, or the Stew Beat Club. Either way, we'll pop up and you'll know exactly where it is. You'll just get approved to get in, and then you can just start posting away. And I think Avi's going to be posting some things throughout the week here and there to kind of gauge the challenges that we have, whether it be something where we want soulful beats, trap beats, or something like that to kind of, cater to our mood and our day. So please pay attention to that, and log on to Facebook and find us right there.
Yeah, man. And potential sponsors, man. Holla at us, man.
Yeah,
we
man.
got something special over here.
Yeah, it's super magical.
It is. It's
super magical.
It is, man.
Don't sleep.
Yeah, don't sleep. You better get in now, or the prices is low, because I tell you right now, boy.
Wait till I get on.
Wait till I get on, man. I'm telling you. I'm just about to see us up here eating good, chilling good, looking good. You know what I'm saying? Right now, all of us got a little scruffs on and everything like that. We, So, hey, sponsors, you need me to, send me some clippers, whatever it is.
If I need to get clean, let me know.
We'll make it work, man. But I also just want to give a shout out to all of the people that participated in our past SGFS3 competition. I want to give a shout out to International Show, who was our first season champ. And he also participated. He did really, really well. Shout out to Niche Beats, Melks representing the Suicide Squad, Flip Jackson, who's representing the Gotham City Boys as well, doing his dang thing. Marco Marcel and Chop, aren't they both from the industry?
Both in the industry.
Both in the industry, but actually both on our panel as well. God on the Beat, shout out to you as well, brother. Vinyl Villain, got nothing but love for Vinyl Villain.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
that's my dude
That's
right
that
there,
dude.
man. That's my dude.
That's the score king.
Yeah.
Yeah. He loves that. He loves that. He's like, yeah, finally something I could do. This is my joint right here. So, you already know. Shout out to Leo for just winning, man, and doing what you're doing. He's actually one cat that I seen him the first time he came through. He came through for Open Kitchen. The doors went open and he stood outside in the cold waiting. He's the first one in line.
Yeah.
And he almost took it last year. And the fact that he took it this year, I'm happy to say that, he's our champ this year.
Salute.
Shout out to Just Gamble, who also just released a project of his own. And then Kenzo, who's crazy. I think I love his style as well. So
Yeah, Kenzo's dope.
Kenzo's very, very dope, man. And then and also shout out to Chasey Peralta.
Yeah.
I roll my R right on that. Peralta.
Yeah, Peralta.
Peralta, you know what I'm saying?
I can't even say it.
Yeah.
Chasey's dope too,
Nah,
man.
Chasey's very dope.
Didn't he? He came through the finale last year
Yeah,
too, right?
last
He did the same thing. He waits for the finale. He's like, I'm gonna just come through the finale
and take this
try
bag.
to take it.
I talked to him
Salute,
during the
man.
competition. I told him next time you need to get in. through
Yeah,
the panel.
yeah,
Get
so
on
he
the
could-
panel, skip all
exactly.
this, and just be ahead of the
Yeah,
game,
just be
man.
ready. We always
Oh, man,
recommend
Chase.
people to come through early so you can actually just find out how the stew is before you enter. Because some people, like Marin said, it's not like your average beat battle. You're not going to be standing up there jumping up and down while people play your beats. We actually put you to work. You call yourself a producer. We're going to put that producer to work because we make shit work out there all day, every day.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, yeah.
Hold on. We
what?
got to shout out the sponsors too, man.
Oh, we do got to show. You got the sponsors over there to shout them out?
Nah, I don't. But I'm gonna start with Avid because Avid been rocking with us since last year.
Yes.
So they what they sponsor the latest Pro Tools. I think it was Pro Tools
12.
12 point something.
Yeah.
They gave us 3 of those last year, 3 of those this for this SGF S3. So shout out to Avid.
Loop Masters.
Oh yeah, I wish I had my sound effect.
Loop
Didn't work.
Masters was a sponsor, correct?
Yeah, shout out to Loop Masters, man. They're all the way from the UK, right?
Yeah, UK.
Yeah, we got AV on the computer right now, getting it in.
I'm trying to find.
Look like you hacking.
And we definitely had Smokehouse Media was a sponsor. Shout out to Jay Hunt from Smokehouse Media.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir. We have
super talented dude. He's a producer as well.
yeah,
makes
it's
dope
very
beats
dope.
as
He's
well.
actually judged for us as well.
We can shout out to Plug-in Boutique.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, shout out to Plug-in Boutique.
He's slipping the mind, yo.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool. The Beat also a part of it. Authentic Lifestyle, Stay True, which is our home brands as well.
Yeah, about to say,
Beatmaker
shout out to us.
Magazine.
Yeah, shout out to us. Round of applause. Shout out to us.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Stay true, man.
Yo, we worked
Authentic
hard,
lifestyle.
man.
Yeah,
We
you know,
worked hard.
I know. It was definitely like a relief that night.
to get it.
Yeah,
done.
it was like, and then you guys got to go on vacation, which was dope too. Y'all got to, what I'm saying,
Yeah.
segue out of the city real quick.
Just a little bit.
Sounding
Yeah.
real jelly right now.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. There's sunshine out there for everybody, Marion. You know what I'm saying? There's sunshine out there. That's, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what? Maybe one day we'll be able to do our radio show somewhere out there in Florida or something. If, our man Dimitri approves of that, he'll hook it up.
Yeah.
And we'll look at him in the window and make sure that'd be cool one day.
Hey, you get tickets to Disney World, I'll go.
Oh, well, yo, that might be dope. So all them Disney sponsors out there, I'm just saying.
Have Mickey live.
Have
dancing to
Mickey
some
live.
beats.
We'll have, yup. Matter of fact, we might remix some Mickey Mouse music or something on the spot. I'm just saying.
Here we go.
I'm saying. So the possibilities are endless with us, and definitely know that we're definitely creating this platform for the culture, and just know that we're always progressing and moving forward. What you think is not what you see tomorrow, because this is just how we do, man. We just always are trying to do creative shit, and I'm actually happy that I can say the word shit on the radio. Everybody get out your system one time. Everybody get out your system one time. Shit. There we go. Cool. Because we make shit work at the studio. We're definitely gonna make shit work at B Club Radio, man.
Yeah.
And I'm just very, very happy to be here.
Hey,
And,
question.
What's up?
What are y'all listening to right now, man? Like what projects, what new music y'all listening to, man? Going in, because Christmas is always that time where there's albums coming out, different projects. What's keeping y'all in motion right now? Anything new?
I mean, usually I sit down and listen to a bunch of albums all at once during the day. The latest that I listened to was that Ab Soul.
What you think of that, production wise?
It's different. I think.
Good, different.
Nah, it's a good different. He definitely steps outside of what everybody else is doing. So I gotta show respect for that. I still gotta listen to the J. Cole. Everybody's been talking about that. I heard mixed reviews. Everybody's saying it's trash.
Yeah, I listened to
I don't
it.
know, but I think you just gotta be in the right space to listen to it at
Yeah.
the time. So I'm waiting until I'm like in a chill mood, because them reviews, man, they dogging the boy out.
Yeah, but he still was slated to sell, like go gold his first week or something
Yeah.
like that. So he has loyal fans.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
you knew that was gonna happen though.
But was that coming off of the whole like sound quality thing, or like what were people kind of judging? Because I haven't heard it yet.
Well, I've heard it. I've heard the album.
What do you say?
I like the album. I think nowadays it's just expectations. People have a certain expectation for what they want to hear, and if it's not that, then they
like-
don't. It's like what the critics and stuff are saying are that it's kind of like a boring album, or that's in which has kind of been like the narrative for him for a while. Like people kind of just say it's like it's boring, or
I get where they're coming from, but you
Yeah.
can't listen to these Instagram commenters, man.
Yeah,
Come
for
on.
those people. Oh, I can't do my sound effect.
But it's cool, man. It's because it's only 10 records. It's only 10 songs on the project, and it's real. It's not like he's definitely singing a lot, but production wise, like I think it's pretty dope. It's not. There's no over the top production where it's like, oh, that's a banging beat. It's like it's a specific sound. It's just kind of like, it's real introspective album, real mellowed out. The only thing, the track that was weird was he has the same
Beat as Bryson.
yeah, it's Bryson pretty much. It's like pretty much the same record. The sample
Oh.
from Shorty Swing My Way.
Yeah, there
What
was a
song
little
was that?
controversy.
Exchange?
Yeah, Exchange.
Exchange, yeah. It's pretty much the same record, but yeah, I read about that. How a producer just straight up jacked the beat from Boy Wonder and them or whatever. Yeah.
Something
Like, they played the track to a producer, and he literally just made the beat over and gave it to Bryson.
Yo,
And Cole had already recorded his record
way before that.
way before.
that's crazy.
You know what I mean?
the game is stank.
So when I heard that song, that threw me off. I was like, why is Bryson Tiller beat on? Because it's literally like the same. The drum programming
The exact
is
same
pretty much
beat.
everything. It's a little different, but it's the same. Like when you hear it, you're like, yo, why did you just knock off the beat? And Bryson Tiller had a huge year last year. You know what I mean? That Exchange is a huge record.
Yeah.
So it kind of threw me off. That was the only song that threw me off when I first heard it. I was like, what is this? Like, why you use this beat?
Yeah, I'm like,
But
he just took like a little step into the mixtape. Right,
Yeah,
real quick and
yeah,
came back, right?
yeah, it was kind of weird.
So was it like overall on the production tip? Was the album worth listening to? Like again, is it like a classic just yet, or is it too
I don't
think it's
quick
gonna
to
be
call it a
like
classic? Because people will be like,
Forest
oh,
Hills Drive, but
Yeah.
I think Forest Hill Drive is his best album.
I think so too.
I think it's just where he's at right now. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those type of projects where it's where he's at right now, and it's like a clean your house album.
It's personal, man.
It's like put it on when you about to, sweep the living room and
and
wipe
a
the
little-
tables
yeah,
down
and
and stuff.
Little,
All right.
your son and your
You know?
daughter's like playing with toys, and
Yeah.
your girl or whoever's doing something else in the house. It's one of those type of tapes, projects.
so it's one of those things. Like if I wanted to, like I could bang it, and my girl could also like the record, and we both be straight.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
All right, cool,
For sure.
cool.
It ain't that turn up shit you hear now, man.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
for your eyes only.
That's
the
the-
title says, man. It's just
All
one
right,
of
so-
those personal.
So do we give it a thumbs up, or do we give it a thumbs
I
up?
still got to give it a thorough listen because I just skimmed through.
So
it,
you
to
like
be
this right
honest.
now?
Yeah, I'm in the middle.
He's in
yeah.
the Marin. You listen to it. Is it a
Yeah,
thumbs up?
I listened to it a couple times, and I think
Is
it's a good album. I don't think it'll be a classic album.
Yeah.
To measure it up to his own work, I think it's just a good album. I think it's probably his second best project. I think Forest Hill Drive is probably his best, and I give this project second because it's a theme. You know what I mean? So it's hard for people to kind of people just look for the bangers, and I think this is definitely it's an experience. It's a personal, real introspective project. You know what I mean? It's good.
He just woke up one day like, man, I'm gonna make this album for me.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
That's
definitely.
what it
There's
was.
no singles on there.
Oh, really?
There's no song
I gotta
on there.
listen to it.
Yeah, there's no song on there where you be like, okay, that's the single. Like there's nothing like that. Nothing is like that. On
You know what we got to do eventually? We just got to open this up to the public as well and just let them know that we're reviewing it right now, because I didn't even know that was the topic of discussion. But it looks like J. Cole's new album. We're reviewing it right now, and I would love to know the people's feedback. So we got to put that out there just to hear what people have to say on the production side. We're judging it, based off of lyrical ability, and it is J. Cole, but how is it production wise to you? We'll be sure to open this up to people on our platforms as well, just to kind of create that discussion and create that conversation, because I think it's a rather dope one.
Production wise, it's very cohesive. A lot of dope live instrumentation. He got he even got like orchestra type sound. Like he definitely
plush.
It's real rich. I'm not sure if he went that route again, but I know with Forest Hills Drive, he went. I believe he went analog, he went reel to reel, you know what I'm saying, to get that warm sound. And this sounds like that again, but I don't know if he did that process again. But Kendrick did that with To Pimp a Butterfly as well. He went analog tape too. He went reel to reel, which makes it, it gives it that warm sound that you don't really hear.
The Ab Soul joint, as far as production, you got to have a different ear for it. It gives you that, that funky West Coast sound, but it was like I can't even describe it. It almost sound like what was that album that Common dropped? He had a couple. It was before that. Universal Mind Control.
Universal Mind Control.
Got a little bit of that sound mixed in with the West Coast. So if you don't appreciate weirdness, then you probably won't like it. But as far as him spitting, absolutely.
It's a good project. Yeah, he's all over the place. Actually, I listened to that album too, and I listened to it a couple times too. And he's like, his influences are crazy. You could tell he's one of those guys that just got all these. So it's. He'll have some joints on there that have that funk, almost like that, that classic West Coast funk sound influence under there, that George Clinton Parliament type influence stuff. I forgot the name of the record, but he got a joint. It has Cocaine on it, singing on the hook, which is that's probably my favorite song on the record. Damn, can't remember the name of it. But then then it'll go into some old spaced out, spacey sounding type joints. You know what I mean?
He get real weird.
Yeah, it's cool. I think overall that's a good project production wise. But because they weren't afraid to experiment and take you different places. You know what I mean? Literally, there's weird transitions.
Track was called Innovation, featuring Cocaine.
You said what?
Is it Innovation?
Yeah.
There it goes.
Yeah.
Innovation featuring Cocaine.
Yeah, hard.
It goes hard.
Yeah,
that's the hardest track right there.
That's one of my favorite joints on there. But there's some other joints on there too. Some of the joints that where he's dope lyrically.
Yeah.
I don't the beat might kind of throw me off a little bit. The beat's a little different, a little just weird to my taste. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
if you get past that, it's okay.
Well, damn. I can't really say that I've listened to the one whole project all the way through. I've just heard little things from what you guys are saying. Other people are recommending. I'm a fan of Kid Cudi, but there's other times certain albums that I'm not so much a fan of. Yeah. But for the most part, I heard his most recent album is freaking dope. Just really, really dope. Overall, just really, really dope. Whether it be drum patterns, whether it be the instruments he's used and everything. I'm actually looking forward to going home tonight and listening to the Kid Cudi album. But he has his moments.
Listen, I never really was a Cudi fan, but
if
somebody says something,
when did he drop a project?
I can find out right now.
So I was about to ask.
It just dropped?
It must have just dropped.
Yeah, because his last one was a rock album. It was a Speeding Bullets or whatever it is. But I'm going to find out right now since I got the internet.
It was Kid Cudi and somebody else dropped too. Somebody else. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a bunch of projects that drop, man.
And I haven't. I heard he actually has a couple of tracks with Andre 3000 on there as well.
Who?
A Kid Cudi.
Oh, Cudi?
He has 2 tracks with Andre 3000, I believe.
Yeah, a lot of projects have dropped, man. The Locks dropped on
that's what it was.
Friday.
I
got halfway through it, man. I'm not. It's kind of it's disappointing me production wise. It's disappointing me production wise.
Is it old school locks, or is it old school locks over new school beats?
They're doing a little bit of everything. So they have a couple of records where it's today's sound. They got the record, with Gucci on it and stuff like that.
Yep.
But
I don't know about Jada tried that, and I don't know.
Yeah, I think I always say that. I think the locks should always just stick to their street sound. Like
I don't want to hear the locks on trap
it
beats.
doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't work. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't even sound. It sounds disingenuous.
Was that how like Jadakiss's top 5 was? Like, you remember that record when it came out? Everybody was buzzing about it. I felt like he had like a lot of features and stuff like that. That was just
a lot of features.
Yeah.
I think he had a feature on every.
yeah, basically. I was being
record.
modest.
These dudes, I swear, it's like, you know, the approach should be just like when they're making a mixtape for their albums.
Yeah,
Like there would probably be better albums, and they
That's
would
true.
still do the same numbers because they still have the same impact on the game. Like what keeps them who they are is the fact that they're spitters. Like it ain't because y'all made a hit. Like, you know what I mean? Like it
It's
ain't
like, yo, Swiss Beats is back. Go back to that formula where he give you those rocking beats and just go off. That's all I want to hear.
Yeah, this
I seen Swiss is working with
Busta.
Speaking of that,
Yeah,
Busta,
yeah, Bust, I saw
DMX,
that.
Cassidy.
yeah.
Yo,
The cast.
I'm
yeah.
excited, bro. I can't
excited?
wait to hear. I cannot wait.
Is it
to
because
hear.
we're over 30? Is that what it is? Because we're also excited?
We
Like,
getting up there. We getting
excited to
old,
see our
man.
legends and stuff come back, you know what I mean?
Like, don't get
One
me wrong.
last row.
Like, Swiss's beat, he been making the same beat for over 25 years now, but still, they be thumping though.
Yeah. He got his little
They
showtime.
be
Like,
thumping.
yeah, he got he's good. He's good.
Yeah, they be thumping.
He's not my top 5 or anything like that, but Swiss is
Used to
respectable.
be until I realized it's the same beat.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, real talk.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I can't
Swiss
say
in the top 5 of producers.
absolutely
No,
not.
back in
Back
the
then?
day.
Back
Yeah,
then?
I came into music late.
Yeah.
So y'all came in, y'all heard like Pete Rock and everybody,
Yeah.
everybody before then,
Yeah.
like Dr. Dre and all that. I came in during Dr. Dre, Swiss,
Rough
Pharrell, when
Riders.
those people
Yeah.
were coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was cut off from rap music as a kid. My mother, she wasn't with it. So
Yeah.
anything
No
that had to do
secular
with-
music in the household.
Exactly. It didn't matter if it was a positive message. She just heard rap. She's like, nope, cut it off. So I came in late, man. But
She was probably smart, man. That was probably smart of her to do that because
nah.
rap taught us some.
Yeah.
like, I don't know, you know, young impressionable minds. I mean, you know,
Nah, see, the reason why that don't make sense to me is because she cut off the rap, but then I could listen to R&B. Then you got like New Edition, BBD. Yeah, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but I'm singing the songs as a kid. I mean, come
like-
on.
Dang, son.
Think about all the R&B songs.
oh
you
yeah,
used
Yeah,
come
you
on,
probably
man.
know.
Jodeci,
It's probably a freak back.
Jodeci was popping.
Yeah. Stop playing. But so I gotta ask this then. If that's the case, what was your first hip hop album? 'Cause I think me and you got introduced to hip hop really late.
Yeah, I was late. I can't even think. Yo, the name just kind of left my brain. But I think it was that first Snoop joint.
Doggy Style?
Was
Not
it
Doggy
Doggy?
Style.
Was it Doggy Style?
Doggy
Style's
Style
the first
came out in what, like 92?
That sound about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, 92 sounds about right.
Yeah,
'Cause,
Doggy
yo,
Style came out in like
I-
92.
You couldn't tell me nothing. I thought I was from the West Coast. I still do.
So Doggy Style was your first album?
1993. For real?
like real sit down and like I listen to an album.
Who bought you that album, yo?
Nah. See, on
Oh.
the Metco bus, I had all the other heathens with their rap music. No,
you listen to Doggy Style. That's what's up. Doggy Style release date November 23rd, 1993.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in middle school.
Yep, I remember being on the Metco bus. Everybody had their CD players.
That's a good first album to start with, though, because production wise, and the crazy thing is, I was just listening to Doggy Style, like
Got your mic?
2 nights ago. I was
What?
listening to Doggy Style. I wanted to hear the shiznit for some reason.
Yo, I'm going home and listening to this tonight.
Yeah, I wanted to hear that song for some reason.
Like you ain't gotta be a gangster to be feeling that, man. Yo.
Yeah, I remember that clear as day, man. I used to listen to my favorite record when I first got Doggy Style was Ain't No Fun. You could not tell me that wasn't the best song in the world. Like I used to just play that shit over and over again. DJ Easy.
Yeah, that was one of my first.
So wait, Marin, if that's the case, I know you go a little bit further back with hip hop. Like,
Oh,
what was
yeah.
your first hip hop album? Like the first album that hit you was like, yo,
The first
that
album,
you ever heard, ever listened to?
the first hip hop album that I got into is
Yep.
2.
Yep,
BDP, Criminal Minded,
nice.
and Eric B. and Rakim Paid in Full. Those two albums are the two hip hop albums that were like I got into. You know, I was blessed because my older sister is 7 years older than me. Then I grew up with my aunt. You know what I'm saying? She lived in the house with me, so you know she's got like 15 years on me. Yeah. So like of course my pops was listening to oldies and stuff like older music, so I got into that. But I had my sister playing the latest hip hop, and she's of age. You know what I mean? She knows what's going on. So Criminal Minded, you couldn't tell me. KRS-One is still like my favorite. He's like my number one in top, in MCs. You know what I'm saying? Like that's who influenced me to rhyme. But yeah, Criminal Minded and Eric B. and Rakim. That was like the first song I performed. You know what I mean? Move the crowd. Eric B. and Rakim. Lip sync that joint.
That's dope.
I had dang, yours kind of like shitted on me. My first time ever coming across hip hop was Criss Cross. Right?
Yeah.
I missed the bus, Jump, but my first album was Aquemini by Outkast.
That's a good
album. Right there. Aquemini?
Yeah. Aquemini.
Yeah, I think it was like a second album.
Yeah, Aquemini is like 97.
Yeah. It was.
Yeah, like 97.
That album right there I instantly became an Outkast fan from the beats, from the lyrics, from just how they approached music altogether. Like that was my introduction.
Damn, so
that might be my favorite Outkast album too.
I like the one that has Spodio Dopalicious.
That's Aquemini.
Yeah, that's my joint.
Yeah, that's good.
That's my joint.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite Outkast album too. Aquemini.
Yeah. So that's good, man. At least we all had like a decent introduction. I'm glad no one said like,
don't Soulja Boy or something.
Yeah. We would have to immediately kick you off the air, reevaluate your ears, and make sure everything is good, man. But actually, before we actually end up wrapping up this podcast and everything, Marin, is there anything actually going on in the city right now that you need to let people know about? Anything like that you're actually going to be attending? Because I know you got your ear to the streets about certain things that's going down. Like, is there anything in particular that's standing out? I know you went to like the Cam show a while ago and stuff like that.
Any upcoming events? A lot of things have passed. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of slows. So it kind of slows down these next couple of weeks. I definitely got Dancehall Lounge going on Thursday.
Reggae.
Bless
up.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I know we got to definitely have that discussion on this platform too, man. It's like dancehall production is super ill. When you think about the fact that, somebody produces a rhythm.
Yeah.
And then you get like
30,
10, 15, 30 artists that make a song to that same rhythm, and then you just alter the mixes or add different things, different elements. There's a lot of dope producers to talk about in that realm. So I'm excited about Beat Club, man. This is dope, man.
You know what? We might need to put a reggae challenge out there to folks too. I think it would be dope to just have a reggae challenge put out
reggae,
there.
Reggae, soca,
and just have it so we can chill back here and lounge.
I might actually have to dig in and research some of the producers for the dancehall joints.
Yeah, I know a lot of names, man. Of course, right now Don Corleone is huge, but then you got all the old school dudes like Dave Kelly and Sly and Robbie and. There's a lot of dudes out there.
Yeah,
Tony Kelly.
Of my damn self.
I guess we gotta dig as well and see what's up. But I think that might be cool. Yeah, I think that would be cool to start off the year, man, with the Beat Club and just have something out there where we have just an all reggae segment. Yeah, and just to put that out there so we can sit back, vibe.
They get it in. It's just like hip hop too, man. It's almost the same,
Yeah, I mean the whole island route is in music right now, anyway.
Oh yeah, I know.
They're killing it right now.
They're running the world right now.
Exactly. So we can sit back and listen to some reggae, no problem. But I think we need to put that challenge out there to see who comes up. I know Chris Fidello might definitely have something on deck.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But
yeah, that's what we got going on. Dancehall Lounge, man, at PA's Lounge in Somerville. That's right in Somerville, or near Union Square, pretty much in Somerville. 345 Somerville.
Somerville, Massachusetts, because we're not just taking over Mass, we're trying to take over the world.
No doubt,
we're going global. There you go, global.
Exactly. But if you are in the Boston area, check us out every Thursday, Dancehall Lounge. Man.
And that is correct. And if you guys want any further information about the stew, because we are the originators and the curators and the makers of the stew, if you have any questions about the stew, you can go to thestewshowcase.com, and everything else is the Stew Showcase as well. We will be relaunching the rest of the links for the Beat Club, just so that all the producers have an outlet and have a way to contact us when it comes to their production and such. All we ask, and I think we're going to agree on this later down the line, that all production that is submitted You can tag it, but please do not tag with any websites whatsoever. Please don't have any blah, blah, blah .com over your music.
We will not play it.
We will not play it whatsoever.
Yeah, man, kill the tags anyway, man. Just put your tag at the beginning so we know who you are as a
Flip
producer.
Jackson on the beat.
Yeah, whoever you are, and then man, don't over tag it.
Yeah,
man. We're not
over-tag
gonna.
it.
Yeah, what come on, man.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
Like if
ain't
I
stealing your
if
beat,
I
man.
steal your beat, you're gonna get paid later anyway. Don't worry about it. Hey, listen, if I steal your beat, you're gonna get paid later, and if you know, that's a good problem. You know, that's a good problem if somebody stole your joint and get some recognition off of it.
That is
then,
a very great way of looking at it.
Yeah, it is.
That's
just
a good problem.
Lawyer up. Yeah. You know,
Yeah,
so
yeah. Yeah.
have your stems ready to prove in court.
That's all. That's all you need.
Just have your stems.
But we'll be doing it that way. We'll be launching, like I said, all the links and such for you guys to get in contact with us so that you guys can submit your production and we can play it on air for everybody else to hear. Because, you know, the way this thing is going to grow, I definitely believe we'll have a lot of people at our fingertips in a lot of different places, even hopefully even outside the states, outside the country, if we could, just for production, man. I'm very, very excited about that, just creating that platform. Any words? Yo, Dimitri, how good are we on time? We all right now?
You got about 5 minutes.
Oh, we got about 5 minutes. All right, cool.
55 minutes so far.
Oh, we did good. See, look at that. Overachievers. He gave us 30. We said, let's tack on another 25. That's how we do. Any closing remarks from anybody before we just full-blown wrap up? Because, I'm the talker and everything.
Well, yeah, I mean, just look forward to the 2017 and just more dope beats.
Yeah.
Just more networking with, the tastemakers and, the people that really make things happen in the culture, of hip hop and beyond. You know what I'm saying? I'm just excited about what we got in store, man. I'm lining up these stew dates, just an update.
Yeah,
on air update. But I already put in the request for the dates. I'll let y'all know what dates.
All right, cool.
I think we should be good.
And real quick too, I guess before we go, is there anything that you guys want to let producers know out there right now, like some constructive criticism based off of the stuff you've been hearing lately? Is there something out there?
I got something.
Oh, here you go. Hit me.
Nah, it's just straightforward.
Straightforward AV.
I think a lot of problems that producers have is that they sound like somebody that's already out there. The best way to stay away from that, I'm not speaking from my experience because I'm not popping, but
you on B Club, son? You always popping. You popping.
I say create your own sounds. Look into sound design. That's gonna set you apart from every other producer out there. Bang, I'm done.
And then, Marin, you got any constructive criticism for the producers out there? Anybody that's up and coming, or just from the stuff you heard?
I mean, yeah. I guess I would kind of echo what AV's talking about. But yeah, I mean, I think more people need to take time in trying to learn how to play something a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I think. It all sounds the same because people just kind of, even if you one key and you can layer up and, you know what I'm saying, and take your time and try to play out things and make it sound good instead of just using the same generic sounds and just hitting one key and throwing the 808, the same 808 kit, the same pattern that everybody's using. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
Just experiment. That the best thing to do is just have fun with it. That's the best part about making beats is like having fun and experimenting. And I still love to sample too, man. I think people need to sample more. Honestly, I think we're getting to a place where people are forgetting about sampling. Like they're looking at it. They're looking at it the wrong way because. I mean, ultimately, the sounds that you're getting from these kits, they're samples too. They're just designed a certain way. But I think people should start sampling more. That's basically how I end it. Start sampling more. Like for your drum sounds, like for your kicks, your snares, dig for those samples from old records, and even for keys. Anything, you can chop up something and make your own sound.
He basically saying that because he's working on an album and he needs beats.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know.
Yo, if I could add my little 2 cents, I would say I want to echo you guys as well, but I also want to say that I believe people need to stop kind of like I don't know, I put a coloring inside the lines. Like there's no actual formula to the way music is supposed to sound.
Right.
I think people need to experiment a little bit more. Like I've gotten into the habit of even taking your phone. Your phone is a full-blown recorder at times. Everybody has smartphones. If you hear some weird sounds or something out there, record it and bring it home with you. Like I think I was in Staples the other day.
Oh yeah,
I heard
sent that.
the fax machine or whatever it was, the printer. I was like, yo, that sounds kind of crazy. I'm all in for weird sounds and things that you can't really find, or people like, yo, what is that sound? I feel like if you make that type of investment in your music, you might actually challenge yourself on like, how do I make a fax machine sound dope? You know what I mean?
You just stop being lazy.
Yeah, like everything of all the DAW, people, like everything is not just in there. Go out into the outside world, take off your headphones, walk outside, get some fresh air, and find some sounds and bring it back home with you. I said I would definitely help out the sound and the progression of music, because I know a lot of people that I know personally that do the whole 16 hook when it comes to beats, and it doesn't have to be like that. Music is a very experimental stage right about now. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I think sometimes people overdo it too. I mean, when you think about it, it's not rocket science. It's music. There's only but so many notes. You know what I mean? There's only but so many notes you could play. So it's about how you arrange it and how you layer it. I think the dopest beats are the beats that are just a 4-bar or 8-bar loop that play throughout the whole joint, and it's just about moving things, taking something out and putting it back in. Like those are the dopest beats. Those are all the timeless beats. It's a 4 to 8-bar loop. So make timeless music, people.
So I think to wrap it up, that means sample more, because Mary needs something for the album.
Yeah, man, sample more, man. Chop them up.
Chop shop.
And invest in your sound, invest in your music, and invest in something that you say you really want to do. You really got to put more work into it than just
time.
Exactly. Put that into, because we definitely been putting in our work with the Stew, a Stay True Authentic Lifestyle, and definitely we'll be putting our time here at the Beat Club. The big thanks to Gag Order Network for helping us out and putting us on, because we about to take over this whole podcast game, man. I'm telling you right now, if you don't know. Also, once again, on Facebook, we are the Beat Club or Beat Club. Find us on Facebook. We're definitely going to pop up. And if you need a wrap up of everything else, it's the stewshowcase.com. We'll plug you everywhere you need to be. So I am D Loops. How we doing? Are we good right now, Dimitri? We're good right now. So I am D Loops. You can find me on Instagram and everywhere else at Do It All Loops. And I should be sure to pop up. It's just a real bright yellow person there. That's me.
SpongeBob looking dude.
Yep, SpongeBob dude, big old Mega Mind head. That's me. Follow me, and you can follow my man, Mr. Marin. Tell me where they can find you.
Yeah, it's Mark Marin, and hit me up on IG, man. I'm on IG heavy most of the time. My name is Authentic Marin, MERREN, Authentic Marin on IG, man. Hit me up, man.
And then we got Mr. AV here.
Yeah, you could follow me on IG as well. I'm on Twitter too. Same name. It's Art Official AV. No different spelling. Just spell it just like that. That's how it's spelled. Nice and easy.
That's it. Yeah, there's no extra letters or anything like that. There's no Z. There's a Z in my name. LOOP.
And it's AVI.
AVI.
I'll put that out there. People,
Art Official AV. Authentic Marin and Do It All Loops. We're representing Beat Club, y'all. So we'll be back next week. Actually, next week will be Christmas.
Yeah, so we'll be back in a couple weeks.
We'll be back in a couple weeks. We got gifts and shit to open, you know what I mean? We got mouths to feed and kids to take care of right about now, man. But thank you guys for tuning in. Shout out to Gag Order Network for holding us down. And once again, if you want to listen to us, you can download the TuneIn app and search for Gag Order Network, and you'll definitely find us on Sundays from 1 to 3.
Yeah.
Anything else, everybody? We good?
Hey, man, peace and love, man. Happy holidays, everybody, man.
Dang right. And just because I could do it on the radio, shit. We out, y'all.
Make your shit work.